All right, we are live from Manhattan, New York City. Election. Look at that big old imperfection. Election 24. This is it, people. Today's the day. Kamala versus the Don. Fucking shithead. And I just voted probably about 15 minutes ago. I'm in my old neighborhood. Well, because I went to the DMV today because I've had this license. Fuck, where's my for a couple years where I thought my middle name and my first name was switched. So I've been needing to change it for. I got it in my birthday in 22 or 23. So it was a couple years ago. But I'm so freaking. I try to live my life in as simple a way as possible. This is something I wanted to talk about. I sort of live like a primitive. I just like walking around, being outside. So like even voting today, it's like, oh, I got to go inside. How long is this going to take? I want to be outside. It's a gorgeous day. It's for November. It's 70 fucking degrees. It's about as warm as the leaves look. They're like this nice. And so I'm in the old neighborhood. Well, because I thought I might be registered to vote in this neighborhood because I got my license here, and usually when you get your license they kind of like automatically register you to vote or whatever. At least that's how it felt, or I thought that's how it was. That's sort of what I don't know. I feel here's my old building. I just wanted to come because I'm in the neighborhood. Come stalk the old building, drive by your ex's house. So here I am driving by my old, just seeing what's going on. So it looks like, it looks like the window's open up there. That's the old apartment. That window is definitely open. It looks like it's wide open. And the AC is in that small room. It's kind of interesting. So it looks like they changed it around a little bit. Oh God, I miss living there so much. It was just the greatest. $600 a month, 2-bedroom. It's unbelievable. So, I don't know. I mean, I thought that I would be. I'm definitely registered in Greenpoint because I voted in Greenpoint. I voted in Greenpoint, I think, in 2018. But I'm also registered in Ohio. See, that's one of the things about voter registration is like, I wouldn't say it's voter fraud, but you can kind of be registered like a few places at once. Not that I'm going to vote multiple places at once, but I usually vote in Ohio. I usually go to the same freaking polling place in Gahanna, Ohio. That's where I voted against Bush. That's where I voted against Trump. That's where I voted for Obama. But I'm not in Ohio. I didn't really get in enough because your vote counts in Ohio, right? It was sort of a swing state for some of my lifetime. There was some sense that like maybe Bush would get defeated there, Democrats would win there, Clinton maybe won there or something. I don't know. But in '96. But I'm also registered. So I don't know how it works. I was hoping that I could just go into the polling place. They'd give me some kind of provisional ballot, which I could fill out and just on paper and just be done with it, which is basically what happened. Because it's a fucking America. It's a democracy. They should do everything they can to help you vote. Like I am a fucking citizen. I'm not just like trying to create a bunch of votes or, invent votes out of nothing or something. It's like I have a vote just because I'm not sure exactly where the fuck. Why do I need to be registered in a certain fucking district? I guess you're supposed to vote where you live. But, I should be able to walk into any fucking district in this goddamn country. Or at least the city. I don't know. I guess I'm like... I'm a fucking pothead and I do everything sort of the last minute, so voting's no different. So I don't know where the fuck I'm registered. I couldn't find it online. So I just thought, well, my license says this address, so it's like I figured I'm probably registered at this address. So I went to the polling place for this address. They gave me what's called an affidavit ballot, I think. Honestly, I don't give a fuck if it counts or not. I just want to feel like I did something. I just want to feel like I did whatever I could. I don't want to feel like I shouldn't admit this on the internet, okay? I should not admit this on the internet, but I'm going to. This is a big thing because I do think it's indicative of what's different now and what happened in 2016. I probably should not admit this on the internet, but I did not vote in 2016. Because I had an absentee ballot, or I don't know, you had to like request an absentee ballot or something. You had to like turn it in 30 days before the election. And I think like everybody, or like a lot of fucking people, and I think this is what's different now, is that nobody thought Donald Trump would win, right? You just thought there's no way in hell this guy has a fucking prayer. And it's not necessarily that I didn't want to vote, but just it was I wanted to vote in Ohio, and it was complicated arranging for that to happen. I'm going to Times Square. That's my my special election day coverage. We're going to Times Square, baby, to be in the center of the media with ABC News and fucking, maybe we'll go to Rockefeller Center. We're going to the heart of American broadcasting to bring you live election results. Well, I'm going to be on probably like throughout the night. It's election night. This is a big, is there a bigger, this is like Christmas for streaming. This is all fucking streaming is about, is like fucking politics. And so this is like the goddamn Super Bowl of the manosphere. Or I don't know, I guess the Super Bowl is the Super Bowl of the manosphere. It's the Super Bowl of amateur media. Wingnut conspiracy theorist media like me. Which I'm proud to be a part of, by the way. The streaming revolution, everybody. The streaming revolution. Join or die. Last night was election eve special at Easy Paradise. I'll talk about that. Yeah, so I don't know. It's like everybody thought the country was pretty apathetic politically until that happened. Once Trump won in 2016, it really catalyzed a generation. I would put that as a defining moment in Gen Z. That really like amped fucking things up. And, I would say that that's a big difference between now and 2016 too, is people, Gen Z, who are Ashley's age, let's say, she was 16 when Trump got elected the first time, not eligible to vote, right? But, now they're older. Their lives have been shaped by this fucking guy for the last 8 years. Whether people are aware of it or not, you can tell, obviously, that, our whole lives have been disrupted and sort of turned upside down. And it's a lot rougher than it used to be because of this guy. There's no other reason. This guy really, made public discourse a lot more abrasive and rough and mean-spirited. And I'm hoping with this election, I think we all are, that we can just put it to fucking bed. We're sick of it already. Not that the president has to be like some kind of fake, the dignity of the office and the statesman, and president doesn't say things like that, and not that we have to go back to boring, but all right. I already did. I did vote yes on Proposition 1. I didn't know what the hell to vote on the issues. So I cast an affidavit ballot. which, like I said, it's New York, so my vote almost doesn't count anyway. You know, it's a blue state, so like it's more just like you want to feel. I want to feel like I did the best that I could. I did everything I could to, and there is proof. I went out, I voted, I fill out the goddamn thing. Maybe my address is, but I am a registered voter. I'm a goddamn citizen. I should get to vote. If it comes to that, if it comes down to a swing state type situation, swing vote with Kevin Costner. I don't know if people have seen this film, but it's terrible. It's an interesting idea, but let's say maybe it'll come down to my one vote in New York State. You know, at least I cast the affidavit ballot, so I can say that, you know, I'll get my swing vote like Costner in that movie. That movie was a huge cop-out, by the way. It's a huge bunch of, like, the whole movie is about he's going to decide the election. And then the end of the movie, they don't even fucking show you who he votes for. It's like, what the fuck? They just edged us for 2 hours, and we got narrative. All right, people voting here. That's right. Hell yeah. All right. That's right. Getting out the vote. They're voting. See, they're voting here. Oh, well, okay. So I've been looking. You know, we're keeping an eye on the polls. I came upon a line earlier today on 8th Avenue. There was like a line of people around the corner. I'm like, oh, fuck, is this like a voting? You know, these people have to be like waiting in line to vote or something. And so I walk a little bit further. I see they're not waiting in line to vote. It's like a cookie fucking store. They're waiting in line to get some kind of fucking cookie. Look at that. For sale, baby shoe. It's a baby shoe, never worn, everybody. It's a baby shoe. I'm amazed that everybody knows the baby shoes 6-word story. Like, how does everybody know that? Like, it's like a Twitter meme. For sale, baby shoes never worn. Maybe I'll get a Hudson Yards. Hudson Yards just epitomizes the 1% to me. And sort of the tacky Donald Jr., Ivanka. Hudson Yards just feels like Trump's kids. When I look at it, I'm just like, ugh. It's like, that's where Trump's kids would want it. That's like the embodiment. You know, if Trump's kids were buildings, they'd be Hudson Yards. Oh, apparently Billy Marks West went out of business. This was a great bar. Small business. I think it was 2 guys, Billy and Mark. And I came here after my UCB final, our class performance. R.I.P. Billy Marks West. I came here, we had my class performance, I think it was UCB 200, my second level. I got all the way to 300, but we went there, I think after our show. Was it before or after? We went to Billy Marks West. It's, you know, it's like, I guess Chelsea in this area used to be just a bunch of garages and fucking leather bars and shit. It was rough trade. Yeah, so we're making our way to the heart of the empire, Times Square, Rockefeller Center. We're live with Brian Williams here. Election night in America, everybody. Our fates will be sealed. Not that it's going to be that great either way. I mean, I think we all know that we're trapped. We're trapped in this kind of like wage slave, techno-feudalism. The rich are just buying everything. No matter who we vote for. We're sort of being nudged into World War III. And, alright, maybe we'll go to fucking Hudson Yards. Yeah, so I don't know. I voted for the Kamala, the Working Families Party. I'm happy to say. I I don't know. I mean, it's looking good, but you never know. You don't, I wouldn't put it past any of these fucking people. Nothing. I think we have to be vigilant and make sure. It's like you got to drive the fucking stake in the heart of the vampire, right? You got to kill the motherfucker. You got to cut the head off. You can't leave anything to fucking chance. And so that's why I had to cast my affidavit ballot. I couldn't just let it, the stain of 2016. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's been 8 years. And our lives have just been chaos. It's separated us from friends. How many times do we have to make this, like, fucking, speech and this kind of, like, I mean, how many times have, like, we've been implored? Like, don't vote for this guy. How can anybody vote for this guy? To be honest, but I do think that, like, I don't know. I mean, looking at the betting odds, they put all the betting odds on fucking, like, the bus signs here and shit. And apparently Trump is 59% to win, according to Vegas. It's like, I'll take those odds. I might put money down. I mean, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I don't think he's going to win. I think the first time people were not energized, they were not catalyzed, they were not really wanting to be involved in politics. They did not like Hillary. They did not like the Clintons. And Trump was new at the time. And nobody thought that it would happen. Whereas now it's like we know what it did happen. We're going to vote to make goddamn sure it doesn't happen again. I guess. But at the same time, I do think that, like, more and more people are going to come out for Trump at the same time. Like, there are people that are there's more of a, like, solidarity, I think. It's not as, like, quite of a wingnut, out of fucking left field position to take, like, for better or for worse, the guy was the president for 4 years. We're not all dead. I mean, he almost killed us, with the COVID and all that, but, you can't really, like, people live through it. They may have liked his fucking brand of insanity. God, I don't really want to be near this fucking music, but... Okay, the MasterCard Midnight Theater. I'm gonna go over here. That might make it louder. Yeah, I guess it is coming from over here. Okay. Get a load of this fucking Hudson Yards, huh? We're just feeling, we're getting our finger on the pulse of America out here. We're just out here doing exit polling, trying to just, what's going on? What's in the air? Which way is the wind blowing? I think we're ready for the future. But I think we all know that, hey, maybe the future, maybe the Democrats are just, I mean, Cheney endorsed it. Are they leading us into fucking World War III or this kind of, like, weird silent World War III that's already happening? This weird kind of, like, proxy World War III, or it's like it's sort of hiding in plain sight. World War III is already happening. Are the Democrats the war party? That's kind of how they're being characterized. And so to some degree, I think the Republican thing just works on, like, we want to just discourage people as much as we can. The more people think that Democrats are just war hawks, and it doesn't matter who gets elected, either way, we're about as fucked. They kind of thrive on that. Although I will say, like, Trump because he does things and because he's a catalyzing personality, it's like they're able to attract voters. You know, I guess more people, this is going to be the biggest election ever. And it's the most important election in our lifetime. I mean, how many fucking most important... Every election is the most important election in our lifetimes. And, you know, it doesn't seem to matter, you know, because we did elect Biden and we're apparently half a degree Celsius away from, like, some kind of doomsday cataclysmic chain of events that's going to kill all of us. And so... You know, these elections are obvious. We know they're not enough. We're kind of past the breaking point of that. This is like a mall. It's just a big mall. I mean, it literally is a mall. This is like fucking Easton. Or you know what? It feels like LA. This feels like fucking like, what's that mall in, like, the Valley? It feels like a mall in the Valley. It feels like the John Lovitz Comedy Club should be right there. Oh, listen to this awful white people, like, galloping millennial, like, Zumbizi music. I'm so sick of, like, white people doing African-style, like, Graceland music. It's so inappropriate. This like optimistic arena boom clap. What is this optimism leading us into? It led us into Trump, led us into Hudson Yards, it led us into corporate New York, it led us into the extinguishing of human individuality. We're just blanketed in kind of a grayness, a sameness, these ugly fucking buildings, these ugly fucking Whole Foods, the NHL store, Peloton, Starbucks, baby. It's already Christmas here. Look at this shit. It's fucking Christmas as hell up in here. I'm just gonna sit it, but we're making our way to Times Square and to Lester Holt. Lester Holt is standing by in Rockefeller Center, so we're gonna go join up with Lester Holt shortly. We've got an exclusive with Tim Waltz coming up, so you don't go anywhere. We're going to play Mario 64 with Tim Waltz. We're going to play Dr. Mario. We're going to play Mario is Missing with Tim Waltz. He's a huge Yoshi's Island fan. And then we're going to play Link's Awakening. We brought our Game Boys. Tim Waltz kind of has Tim Kaine energy. We're really hoping. I mean, I voted. I fucking voted, okay? I did what I could to slay the dragon. If it comes down to me, like Kevin Costner, okay? If it comes down to me, I will be the deciding, you're fired. I can't wait to fire this motherfucker again. This disgusting piece of shit who ruined our lives, okay? We white guys, we had it pretty good. We had all this white male privilege. No one was talking about it, really. No one really was that, you know, I mean, granted, like, you know, we were working on it. But then Donald had to go and fuck it up. Now we're never hearing the end about our goddamn privilege. Thanks, Donald. But hey, if you're rich, you know, if you're a rich white person, you know, and you're selfish, that's what Donald Trump is for. That's what the Republican Party is. It's just a way for them to siphon money from working people into people that don't do anything's pockets. People who are just mean-spirited white people who own everything. That's what the Republican Party does. They cut taxes, they privatize, they deregulate. I mean, it's as much about, I think for Elon Musk, it's as much about the deregulation as anything. He just wants to be able to do whatever the fuck he wants. And he doesn't want to have to deal with the government. He doesn't want to have to pay all these fines and... But it also feels like those guys are just like in this really pathetic moment where it's like it's just not going to happen for them. I just don't think history is looking on Donald right now. Let's hope to God not. I mean, let's hope we can just win this thing. Hopefully we'll know tonight. I know that's not likely, but I'm hoping by 11 p.m. tonight, we know that Kamala is our first black woman president. You know, it's as simple as that to me, in a certain way. Like, I like Biden. I like the policies enough. I like their economic policies. Are they socialists? Are they democratic socialists? Is it Bernie Sanders? Like, no. But I think they're willing to listen. And I think we just need to get back to some kind of point of sanity and point of healthiness where people are optimistic about the future. I think that's what Gen Z wants. Even though there's a lot of fucking Trump-ass, edgelord. Trump is able to tap into Gen Z because they can work social media. His shit is tailor-made for viral brain rot. I'm sure that Big Justice and AJ or whatever the fuck, I'm sure the Rizzler is a Trumper. I guarantee you. Jerry Lewis said he liked Trump because he was a good showman. And do they always go hand in hand? All right, I gotta get away from this awful music. Do they always go hand in hand, being a good showman and like a fascist? How good were Leni Riefenstahl's movies? In those rallies and those uniforms, I mean, there's a reason why, their color scheme, they really knew how to brainwash people. Oh, God. Why does this public space need this music? This is New York. We don't need to hear this. It's loud. I'm voting against that. Kamala, when you're president, with Tim Walz. Why do they always pick like an old white guy to be the fucking vice president? That's like the Democrats, like Biden, Tim Kaine, Tim Walz. It's like, what the fuck? I guess they need a white person. The Democrats are progressive, but they're not that progressive. The people in the Midwest, they need a white working class guy in the ticket. He's like a teacher and shit. I'm hoping they win. I think they would do a good job. They want to slander Kamala and say it's fucking, all right. These guys looking for me.
Oh, really?
It's just, they're war hawks. The Democrats are going to cause World War III. That was Shane Gillis's take, right? It was like Tony Hinchcliffe is the what's the guy not Franz Ferdinand, the guy that shot him, Fazlo Princep or whatever. New Jersey election correspondent Bruce Halladay, what are you hearing from your neck of the woods? It's a beautiful day for voting. Let's just say that. It's 70 fucking degrees in New York City. I filled out an affidavit ballot. I'm talking about it on the internet. I'm probably committing voter fraud as we speak. But, I don't know. I just want my voice to be heard, okay? I'm an American. I'm exercising my civic duty. It's exciting. I remember when my mom used to take us voting when we were kids. She'd take us in the booth. My mom works for the Attorney General of Ohio, state of Ohio. She's like a passionate kind of public publicly involved person. And she, you know, so we would go down to the, you know, we'd wait in line and shit after she got off work to vote for whoever the fuck, I don't know. Lee Fisher for Attorney General. Look at that. The Empire State Building is all red, white, and blue to celebrate our fake democracy and our performative election. It's just, you know, our voting and our elections are really the most intense form of virtue signaling. They're just completely fake. The United States is a war machine. We feed on the guts. I mean, it's just the rich people. You know, like if you want to get rich and be a piece of shit and break the rules and like steal from people and profit off of people's suffering, profit off war, profit off like selling guns, carcinogen, selling tobacco, selling, you know, Pepsi, soda pop, junk food, whatever, oil, you know, kill the planet with global warming. America is the greatest place to do that. I mean, you can get ultra fucking rich here. Look at Elon Musk. He was an illegal immigrant. He was an undocumented illegal immigrant. Now he's the richest man in the world. That is a true American, that's the American dream. The American dream in 2024 is not be born a white person or buy a house. The American dream is 2024 is be a migrant, move here, become the richest, have a sex change operation, become the richest man in the world. All right, should I go to? All right, I'm gonna make my way over to Madison Square Garden here. Why not? We might as well see the greatest arena in the world, okay? It's election day. We're celebrating, you know, one of the crown jewels of this country, New York City. The free world where democracy lives and breathes. Ask Bill the Butcher. We have to buy these votes. I guess I didn't really realize how valuable votes are until, you know, that movie, Gangs of New York, is really a good movie about American politics and the way our democracy works and shit. And, you know, fucking Tammany Hall, they scratch and claw. They pay for any vote they can get, you know? They really, this is crazy. It's like a boutique hotel next to Moynihan Train Hall here. What the hell is that? Preemie. I don't really want to eat at a restaurant called Preemie. I don't want to eat preemies, okay? What is it? New Jersey news reporting record turnout. People stood in line at 5:30 this morning. Wow, makes you proud to be an American. I'm all for it. I'm all for any showing of passion. And I think that goes on both sides. I really don't think it's just like women and people that want to vote for Kamala that are showing up. I think Trump turns a lot of people on too, you know? Not that that's a great thing, but like, I think that there are definitely people just as passionate, and, you know, there's just as many people that are just like, that think the United States is evil and Trump is gonna like fight for them, and they think he's got the fucking answers. So I don't, you know, I think we're all going through this point where like we don't fucking trust the polls. We're not listening to the polls. You know, we're getting to the polls. If you haven't voted yet today, go. I mean, the poll that I voted at was open till 9 p.m. And I think they've done a good job to, you know, there was a lot of people working there. It really didn't take long at all. Everybody was very friendly and helpful. I was in and out of there probably 20 minutes. And, you know, I have a paper ballot, which I like. You know, it's like that's what the lesson of 2020. Everybody filled out paper ballots, mail-in ballots. That's kind of what's happening this year. There's like record early vote. You know, there's 80 million people or something that has already fucking, 2 people charged in voter fraud. What happened? What happened with the voter fraud? You know, the mail-in ballots do typically favor the Democrats, so that's a good sign. Yeah, send it at 6. I'm only gonna be on, until my battery dies. So, we're live from the heart of the empire. It's all about fucking money. Okay. We're prepared to immediately go to Trump Tower to start protesting. If there's any sign, because that's what happened in 2016. I mean, go back and watch my episodes from 2016. I chronicled the whole election, and they're pretty good episodes, I gotta say. I think. Go back and watch them. They're on the Scenes from the Life YouTube page. Trump and Reich in Ascension. And I peeked in to look at the results at like probably 8 o'clock in the West Village. I think I was walking up Christopher Street or maybe Grove Street. And, I saw the early results back from CNN or whatever and was just shocked, like we all were. I mean, it was over pretty immediately. Trump was like winning handily in like places that were really supposed to be in play. Florida, Florida was like an early indicator, like it often is. And it's gone red, basically over the last few elections. It's pretty solidly red. I mean, Trump voted in goddamn Florida. We got the boom. Okay, love you, Ashley. So yeah, like that was like a shock. I think even 537 was forecasting Hillary was, it was likely she was gonna win. And so your stomach just hit the fucking ground when you saw, holy shit, Trump won Florida by like a lot. That's not good. And it changed our lives for the worse, Well, not everybody. I mean, to be honest, if I was... This is maybe my most controversial take. But, if I was like a fucking like... marginalized, like up and coming, whatever, person trying to fucking like the thing is, like, Trump was like good for a lot of people's careers, because all these fucking white people were like, oh my god, we have to be not racist, so we have to like platform marginalized people for the first fucking time ever, so that was kind of a good thing. I'm not saying Trump was responsible in any fucking way, and it's a perverse kind of logic, but hopefully we can just get Kamala in there and let the Democrats execute their illegal proxy wars. Let them do their sort of like clandestine World War III, and just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I just don't want to hear about Hannibal Lecter anymore. We don't need a fucking president that's going to talk about Hannibal Lecter anymore. It's just too weird. Okay, where should I go? What am I on? 8th Avenue here? Yeah, let me go over to 7th, I guess. Yeah, so, okay, well, that's good news from New Jersey. Bruce Halliday. People are out in record number, waiting at 5:30 in the morning. I don't know. I think we've heard every fucking take about every fucking angle of this thing. I think we're all sick of hearing about it, thinking about it, talking about it. Even though I think we get like a reverse, I think people enjoy in a certain way. Like, well, this is one thing I think the Republicans have been kind of like savvy about, or more advanced, is like they've turned their, not that this is anything new and it's very dangerous, but like they've turned their politics like into entertainment, where it's like, you know, they're on all these fucking podcasts and shit. They're on Theo Vaughn. JD Vance is on Tim Dillon. You know, he's on fucking Theo Vaughn. He's on Joe Rogan. And so it's like they're fucking creating content. And, you know, or like even Trump's rallies are like these stand-up comedy fucking weaves. You know, it's like a live stream. It's exactly like this, really. These are my rallies. And, I mean, what is a poetry reading but a rally? Don't get hit. Don't let you get hit by a bike. Okay, don't get hit by a bike, Ashley. I just came for 40 seconds. You know, where it's like Democrats, it's like, oh, we got to listen to all this fucking policy, or we got to listen to like Obama thinks he's Abe Lincoln and he's got some kind of super overwrought speech. And good, it's good that we have a president that's like a great writer and all that. But, you know, we're also living in just like the TV fucking smartphone, TikTok, brain rot, meme fucking culture. And so, you know, I mean, Trump just has a feel for that kind of idiocy. So we watched the Apprentice movie. I should probably talk about that. Okay, Kiss, Ashley. I don't know what you want me to do. Just stop polluting my comments. Who do you think they're voting for at the Pig and Whistle? The Knicks and the Rangers. I think maybe it's just me, but things like this, anything that's like national news, things of consequence, things that feel like they're going to like shape all of our lives. And I do believe that. I do believe the president does like have a big effect on how we look at ourselves, on how the era defines itself, of what's possible, of what is inspirational, of what's aspired to, of what's important, our values. The president kind of sets that tone as much as anything. And, you know, it's a two-way process. You know, we sort of elect the president. The president is like a reflection of us to some degree. But, you know, there's something about these national events, like elections, like even something like 9/11, breaking news, 24-hour, you know, I think we're like news junkies. We get high on like, because it's, you know, it's something is happening. It's like, oh, we have something to talk about. We got some kind of info that maybe other people don't know. Oh my God, Bin Laden got shot, or I heard about, where were you when you heard about, you know, XYZ, Saddam got captured, and there's a weird kind of like warmth and unity. You know, even though the election is divisive and people are sick of hearing about it, and people feel like they can't really share their politics or whatever, there's something about it that's like, I don't know. We're all involved in it. We don't know. You know, it's like a big fucking sport or something. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to win or lose. But, you know, living through the whole fucking Trump ascent out of nowhere. It really did shape the last decade. And so you can't just deny, it annoyed me even at the time when people would equate Al Gore with George W. Bush. Like, oh, they're the same. Like, there's a fucking Rage Against the Machine video where, like, they take Al Gore and they take George W. Bush and they, like, superimpose their faces over each other. It's like, they're the same. It's the lesser of two evils. It's like, are you nuts? If Al Gore would have been elected, our world would be a completely different fucking place. Instead of, like, this dystopian, bankrupt, stupefied idiocracy with damaged, a whole generation of people damaged by war. Okay, Ashley. It's election night in America. We're reporting live from Democracy. Maybe I'll interview some people. Let's get some, how's the video quality? Does it look like shit? I did vote, Ashley. I voted. Did you not see my sticker? What happened to my sticker? There it is. I voted, okay? I actually didn't vote. I just beat somebody up and took their sticker. That's real democracy. It's fun. As an adult, like I said, I remember when my mom would take me to vote. That's something you can't do as a kid. I think we should take advantage of these things as a human being. If they're really that valuable, that Boss Tweed will, like, pay for fucking votes, then you should fucking use it. It's one of the few weapons you have, and it is more powerful than you think. And they give it to you for fucking free. And so it's fun. I love it. Going down there, signing in, going into the electronic Diebold voting booth where they steal, they steal your votes. I love the whole ritual of it. I mean, there's something that's very banal and, like, unexciting about our politics, the bureaucracy. Like this weekend we were trying to, because I always try to, like, program my media. I'm always curating the experience, whatever music I'm having sex to or movies, right? And so we're trying to curate, like last week we were watching horror movies. We watched Bram Stoker's Dracula and shit. This week, of course, it was politics. So we watched all these presidential movies. But, I was, like, trying to watch movies about elections and shit, and, like that swing vote movie, right? And it's just, like, it's just hard for them to make it sexy or, like, fun. Like that movie, The Campaign, with Galifianakis and Will Ferrell. I didn't see it. It's like they're trying to make politics and, like, running a political every movie about political campaign is, like, the fucking same. It's like they got Nathan Lane. He's fast walking. There's, like, a group of reporters following him with microphones, writing shit down. They've got cameras. He's dictating, blah, blah, blah. He's like the campaign chief or whatever. Oh, look, it's Red Lobster. Red Lobster, Times Square. Ladies and gentlemen, election coverage 24 is brought to you by Red Lobster. Election coverage 24 brought to you by Red Lobster, everybody. Fresh fish live. I thought they went out of business. I thought they got, like, hedge funded to death. I thought Red Lobster was, like, an example of some company that just, like, got bought out by private equity and they just let it dry. It was a bust out. Our economy is based on Goodfellas principles. If you want to learn how America, like, economics works, just watch Goodfellas. It's all bust outs. It's all just like they get their fucking meat hooks into a place and they bleed it dry and it goes bankrupt. That's private equity. They buy a place like Red Lobster and they bleed it dry, and then it goes bankrupt. But the Red Lobster in Times Square looks like it's thriving. I don't know how that's possible. So I'm making my way to 30 Rock because I'm a legitimate journalist like Lester Holt, okay? We're live from the center of American politics. Times Square, everybody. This is our special election. You know, fans of the show, we never come to Times Square, really. So you know this is a special. There's a lot of action here tonight, everybody. I can feel it. I can feel the excitement in the air as I can feel the sun setting on the Trump era. You know, I think it's arced. I think it's peaked. I think Trump peaked in like 2020. And he's been kind of like on the decline ever since. And so hopefully this is where the fucking screen door hits him in the ass on his way out. Look at this. We got to get a nice shot of this. It's capitalism, everybody. Here it is. Capitalism, a portrait. The Hard Rock Cafe. See, when I see this, I see Trump. You know, like Trump is just another one of these. Like, you can't deny he's just a part of this fucking branded ass beast of a goddamn mutant nuclear fucking capitalism insanity. You gotta brand the fuck out of yourself, you know? And you gotta study with Roy Cohn or whatever. Oh God, look at this. I gotta get a shot over here. I gotta get a shot in front of the big American flag. The big NYPD American flag over here. There we go. Where's the poetry? Where's the poetry billboard? Where's the smut? Where's the pimps and the hoes and the sex movies? The grindhouse. On election day, here we. Oh, I'm gonna walk over to this. This is like ABC Studios. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see what ABC. They've got their ticker, so I'm gonna film their ticker. I'm assuming they've got up to the date results. How are the exit polls? How are we doing? Did she win yet? Did Kamala win yet? See, this guy's got the fucking... Hell yeah. This guy's got the idea. We're fucking live from... See, that guy's... We're futuristic journalists. We're journalists from the future, okay? What if he's saying like the exact same shit that I'm saying in Japanese? Or Chinese? All right, here we are. Here we are at ABC Studios. Let's check it out. Musician Tyka Nelson, Prince's sister, and only full sibling, dies. What? They killed Prince's family, I guess. Like, what the fuck happened to Prince, man? Okay, I guess nothing's going on in this fucking studio. I'm not seeing any... Oh, here's where TRL was. Let's see what fucking Carson Daly's up to. Carson Daly, do you have any election results for us? Who did you vote for? Carson Daly. I'll bet he's a Trumper. Carson Daly kind of strikes me as a Trumper, to be honest. I'm surprised he wasn't on the pussy tape. He's got kind of Billy Bush. You know, he's sort of tangential to Billy Bush, I would say. All right, I'm gonna check out ABC News. ABC News. Your voice, your vote, 2024, everybody. ABC, they're not even doing anything in there. That's some fucking election coverage. They don't even have anything going on in here. Turn on the fucking cameras. Where the fuck is Peter Jennings, man? Look, they got their fucking, like, it's the Constitution or something for their backdrop. What the fuck, man? No wonder they're in last place. This is like their George Stephanopoulos like war room of like political coverage, and there's not even anything fucking going on. It's like, what the fuck, ABC News? Get it together, man. Like and subscribe if you're new to the broadcast. We're live from the heart of America, from the heart of capitalism, which is what this really is about. Who do the capitalists want? I mean, I think they want Trump, but I think we're like an inconvenience to them. I think the people will speak in this election. You know, they can only rig it so much. Elon Musk can only give away so much fucking money to get people to vote. Yeah, I'm not. What the fuck, ABC News? I'm trying to scoop your exclusives here for my web audience. They just got. Well, I guess it just hasn't started yet. What time is it anyway? It's like 6. So, I guess things are just now heating up. It's like results really probably haven't even started to come in, I'm sure. You know, we won't know anything really significant until 8 or 9 p.m., probably 10 or 11 p.m. at the earliest. You know, that there have been elections. It was pretty normal for elections to be decided in that amount of time until Bush, until Florida. That debacle, which totally fucking ruined our lives. I gotta say that the Oliver Stone movie really let Bush off easy. Like, it kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt and it humanized him. Which I guess was the point, but... Here we are. Look at all the people who came out. I don't even know why. I guess because it's nice out. Oh, this fucking Cole Escuela's on Broadway. Or what is it? Oh, Mary, who's this? It's supposed to be good. I don't know. I'm unconvinced. I don't quite get it. I don't know if I get it, really. Here we are. We're just a part of the sea of democracy out here. With the people, by the people. Of the people, for the people, through the people, in the people, outside of the people, away from the people, around the people. I don't know. I wonder how many of these people voted. I'm not seeing a lot of stickers. They probably went shopping. If you love America, the most important thing you can do today is go shopping. I mean, voting is sort of like shopping, except you don't have to spend any money. It's free. As an American, and it could even save you money. You know, it can really, it can change your life. You know, if you're poor, it's generally better to have Democrats in charge. If you're rich and you're selfish, then it's generally better to have Republicans. You know, if you make a lot of money and you don't want to pay taxes. But I just don't think people's ideas of what taxes are like unrealistic. You know, like this whole idea that like you earned all that shit. Like the taxes are kind of part of the collective cost of doing business. And being a part of the human collective. And that's not unfair, I don't think. You know, I think over the last 40 years there's been a lot of money spent to propagandize a radical way of like looking at economics, which people think is like normal now. They think that they want to move to Florida and not pay income tax, or move to Texas, not pay income tax, or whatever the fuck it is. Because they earned all that money. Wow, look at this. It's like fucking Vanilla Sky here. All right, where's Occupy Wall Street, man? Where's the guillotines? Where's the 1%? Is the revolution start at the polls today? I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to vote. Why the fuck not? You know? There's a lot of places in the world where they don't even get the fake vote that we get. You might as well use as much of your power as you can. You know, I think people are like, everybody's cynical about America now, the left and the right. That's the one thing they fucking have in common is they all hate America. But all right, let me head over. I'm gonna head over to Rockefeller Center now. Let's see what's going on at NBC. ABC is out to lunch. They're lazy. What the fuck are they doing? I guess they're probably out in the field someplace. They're probably out in goddamn Florida or Iowa or... They're not in Times Square. You know, you'd think they'd have one guy there. Like, pay me. Give me a couple $100. I'll sit behind the desk and fucking riff. I'll do the weave. I'll do the fucking weave. Yeah, so we had election night. I think it was a big night last night. A lot of people came out. It was probably the biggest show we've done in a while. And, I think the election thing, not that people really wanted to talk about it too much. You know, generally speaking, nobody does the themes that much at all, but like with political stuff, it's like, it's an open mic, so it's better to stay away from being confrontational and getting people all worked up at each other. But, you know, I also think it's important to acknowledge what's going on and try to get people energized, you know, to think about it, to go out and vote, to study it, to care, to watch Abe Lincoln movie with Daniel Day-Lewis. The Abe Lincoln movie is growing on me. This is often the case. I'll see a movie and I'll like fucking hate it. But it takes some time to sink in. Lincoln, okay, it's Tony Kushner, Steven Spielberg, right? So we watched all these president movies. My pick would be Jefferson in Paris. I love Jefferson in Paris. Nick Nolte. Maybe not necessarily who you'd expect to be cast as Thomas Jefferson, but he did a good job. Jefferson, controversial pick, but he's probably one of my favorite presidents. I know that's not... I came up in an era sort of before ultra wokeness canceled, you know, our greatest presidents. And, well, to be honest, Jefferson in Paris is completely about his interracial affairs. Totally. That's the, you know, kind of the climax of the movie. And it was made in the 90s. It's Merchant Ivory, who are like, I mean, you couldn't really get more elegant and classy and just like impeccable filmmakers. Oh, maybe I'll go to Fox News. Yeah, let's go to Fox News headquarters. I think this is Fox News right here. Okay, we got some commies and some protesters and shit. Sweet. All right. These people are communists. Awesome. I don't think they like being filmed. I don't think the communists want their faces on camera, generally speaking. Maybe I should interview people. I don't know. That would probably be more interesting. I wonder what the communists are doing. What are the communists up to? Did they vote? Do they believe in voting? Can we get an exclusive interview with one of the communists? Can we just talk to a communist for 1 second? So we have the police here. Anywhere there's communists, you saw it. They literally have a hammer and sickle flags. Oh, maybe we'll go to the Diamond District. Shall we walk through, they probably won't be super stoked about me live streaming on 47th Street. I'm gonna head over to Fox News real fast.
But they're not germane to.
Let me see if I can get an exclusive with Lou Dobbs.
And I'm like,
Or he's dead.
so we end up spending an hour just talking about.
Who else could I? Tucker got fired.
And I'm like, oh, well, that's
Gutfield. Where's Gutfield? Give me Gutfield.
Who in this room is driving this presentation?
I've got an exclusive with Gutfield, everybody.
All right, I'm taking notes. I'm gonna be the guy.
All right, they've got the guardrails out for Fox News. Hell yeah. People are looking at me nervously. That's right, I'm a guerrilla journalist, man. I represent the free fucking press. I'm a hippie journalist, man. We're here to protest your bullshit power. Okay, we got MAGA people. There's a guy in a MAGA hat, everybody. I repeat, we do have a guy in a MAGA hat. Democracy 24, says Fox News. Here we are. News Corp, everybody, News Corp. Get me Murdoch. I want to talk to fucking Murdoch right now. Okay, so we got Fox News. All right, we got some results here. We got 50-50. We just have Fox News lies. That's all we have. These are just Fox News lies. Yeah, where is Adam S? I'm not sure. He's probably, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the future of American prosperity. All right, so there's not really a whole lot going on down here at Fox News, as you can imagine, other than the communists. The communists are gathered at Fox News, everybody. God bless them. They've got their Palestine flags. The NYPD are out here making $120 an hour. I'm not filming you, lady. People really don't like the live streaming in public. They don't like you invading their privacy, but sue me. You know, it's the law is I can film whatever I want. On New York City streets, you can film whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break here so I can smoke weed across from Fox News. That's my way of protesting. Okay, they don't have any fucking, you know, they got this ticker. Put something on the goddamn ticker. Put some, you know, there's got to be some kind of late fucking stories or something. Exactly. What the fuck? What are they hiding?
Something's going on.
They're hiding something. Something's going on, the guy says. Why is there no news feed? Something's going on. Maybe I should interview some people. I don't know. Something's going on, goddammit. Something's going on. Murdoch, what are you hiding? For the love of God, just let me find a fucking place to sit for 2 seconds. Look at the people dining. Look at the aristocrats in there. Fine dining restaurant. As if nothing is happening, as if democracy is not at stake. As if the fate of our democracy itself were not at stake. Polls open till 8 p.m., everybody. We're live from News Corp. We've got an exclusive with Kendall Roy. Yeah, so there's not really a whole lot to report, everybody. Am I going to get a steak? Hell yeah. I mean, if I can afford it, I'm going to go to Del Frisco's here. If you can Venmo me $150, maybe I'll get a steak. But, you know, until I get some kind of cushy network job as a correspondent. I'm the New York City bureau chief. All right, so here we are in the power and the bowels of the media elite. Fox News has nothing on the ticker. It's an ominous John Carpenter-esque dystopian sign. The communists have their hammer and sickle flags across the street from News Corp. There's helicopters circling overhead. Where's Lauren Michaels? Where's John Mulaney?
Yeah, so you got to watch Jefferson in Paris. Merchant Ivory. It's all about Jefferson and Sally Hemings. And and how that power dynamic represents white supremacy, and she was in a position where she absolutely did not have a choice. And he kind of leveraged that. The movie's about he's in love with this European woman. He breaks his wrist while he's frolicking. And she won't be with him. He's got to go back to the United States. So it's sort of like the one that got away. It's his twin flame. So he starts having sex with Sally Hemings as a way to sort of like, nurse his fragile, wounded white person heart. And it's a good movie. Considering it was made in the 90s, that's pretty progressive. And then Lincoln is all about passing the 13th Amendment. The whole fucking movie. I need a Patreon and a super chat. How do I get a fucking super chat? That sounds good. That sounds like I need that. I need a fucking super chat here, everybody. Look at the beautiful trees. We're hoping that it's not a repeat of 2016 when the darkness descended upon us over the land. When our lives became all politics all the fucking time. And it just energized a lot of the wrong people. It energized bullies, insult comedians. I'm as mad as hell. You got to get mad. I want you to get up, go to your window. I love that movie, Network. I prefer the Ned Beatty speech. The Ned Beatty boardroom speech. There are no countries. Mr. Beale. He probably did that in this building right here. He probably did that at News Corp. Rupert Murdoch makes an appearance in the Apprentice movie. I've got to say the acting in the Apprentice movie was good. Jeremy Strong is excellent. The Sebastian Stan guy is really good. It's like the W movie. It lets Trump off a little bit too easy. It tries to humanize him and explain this is how he sort of became who he was. And it makes sense. But, oh my God, look at this. But it kind of simplifies it, and it kind of gives him the benefit of the doubt or something. I don't think it really got his relationship with his dad right. It didn't really go into the racism of his dad and how that stuff is kind of passed on. At least not that much. It opens with the Trump discriminating in their apartments against people. But it kind of reminded me of The Wrestler. It felt like they were trying to do like a journalist kind of biopic. We got Slimer over here. I don't know what Slimer's doing. Let's check out. It's an election, so we got to have Slimer. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. No, yeah, you're right. All right. I'm going to head over to 30 Rock now. Let's check out what's going on at 30 Rock in the Rainbow Room. Let's see what Brian Williams is up to. All right, let's get Slimer in here. I don't know. The vibe is feeling better. It's feeling more upbeat. I'd be killing. Yeah. I have done stand-up comedy. I just, yeah. I mean, this is my stand-up comedy. This is what I would do if they would let me do this at an open mic. But I don't do jokes. I don't do material. Material doesn't work for me. I do the weave, okay? I do the weave. Trump, not only is a comedian, but he's a very like avant-garde comedian. He does like a special. He goes out, he talks about Hannibal Lecter. It's like, who the fuck could get? He's better than Chappelle, to be honest. All right, let's see what the fuck we got going on here. We're live from NBC Studios, home of the liberal media, home of the left-wing media. See, this is how close the establishment is. On that side of the street, you have the right-wing media. You have Fox News, which is responsible for the whole fucking insanity of the last 20 years in this country. And then right across the street, you've got NBC, home of the supposedly left-wing. NBC News, Tom Brokaw, Brian Williams. Let me walk. I'm going to walk by the Tonight Show sign just because it's so nice. And then we'll head over to we'll see what's going on with the news. The News Bureau. We'll check in. We're going to check in with Brian Williams. Okay. It's not seeming super political here, everybody. Bruce Holliday. It's not seeming super political here, Bruce Holliday, from NBC Studios. Not a whole lot of voting action. You know, that was the other thing in fucking 2016. Trump's campaign celebration was like at the Hilton right here, and Hillary's was at the Sheraton, which is like right across the fucking street. You know, so they were literally like having their fucking like campaign finale kind of election night celebrations or whatever, like across the street from each other in fucking luxury hotels in New York. You know, it's because they were so close. Oh, I mean, if people listen to the Epstein tapes, apparently there's all this footage of Epstein talking about Trump's his best friend. How they were like really good friends for 10 years. It's like, that's totally fucking believable. They were probably like wedding crashers. They were probably like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. They're just like, yeah, we gotta go to this fucking, we gotta go out tonight, man. We gotta get laid. Where are we going? Where's the action? What are we going to fucking... Uh-oh, there's an ambulance outside 30 Rock. What's going on? Is Jimmy Fallon okay? Is Fallon okay? Uh-oh, what's this about? Are all these people in line? Are they in line to vote? No, they're in line to go to the top of the Rock. They're exercising their democratic right to go to the top of the Rock. To spend money to go on the top of a fucking building. I do have to say, in all my 15 years in New York, I've never been to like the top of like a fucking skyscraper. I've never been on the top of the Empire State Building, World Trade Center. I've never really been up in a high building hardly at all. It's kind of sad. Well, it's sad that they charge you for that. I think the Empire State Building used to be free, I think. Uh-oh, look at this. Now it's like $30. Oh, look at this, everybody. Now this is where the action is. This is where the fucking action is, everybody. Look at this. NBC News.
This time, everybody has been focused to the...
All right. Shit. Here we are. This is like
Blaine Alexander live for us.
Election Woodstock.
Thank you. Let me take you back to Milwaukee now.
CBS, NBC, and ABC starts at 7 o'clock. Okay. All right, so I'm here. This is the pre-show. We got Nicole Wallace up here. This is the NBC News official pre-show with celebrity vlogger scenes from life. These fucking speakers are loud, dude. Where's Matt Al? Where the fuck is Matt Al? All right, I think they're up there.
A lot of Republican voters going to be voting for Kamala Harris. And also there are huge numbers of independent voters who are sort of in amorphous, we're not sure where they go. And you know, at this point in the campaign, and Nicole knows this better than I, we should turn back to that side just because she's much more of an expert than I am. At this point, you're speaking in many ways to voters who really don't pay attention to the campaign early on and know the issues necessarily. So they're looking in this last couple of weeks for indications of where they should go if they haven't decided already, or whether they should get off the couch and vote at all. And so what you've seen in the last couple of weeks, if this is an audition for managing a complex organization like the United States, Kamala Harris has passed the audition flawlessly.
Kamala has passed the audition. Where the fuck are they filming from? I'm trying to see, because you can see these flags and shit in the background. So they gotta be like up there or something. Alright, look, now this is exciting. This is what we live for. This guy, politics, baby. Politics, yes! Yay! I don't know. It's like, it's a common thing that's like portrayed in like film, right? Like campaign. Like we watched Primary Colors, Bulworth. They always get like Oliver Platt to play something like Washington, like strategist, James Carville looking motherfucker. What's that movie? The War Room or whatever, about the Clinton campaign. Sorry, I'm like tightening my fucking thing here. And it's just like, I don't know, the aesthetics of politics are just so ugly. I think this is one reason why America like turns away from it. It's just like, oh, this is so like mundane. You know, it's like down to these infinitesimally small districts or whatever. Gerrymandering, strategy, blah, blah, blah. Polling. It's not really that sexy, but it's a huge industry. It's a huge, you know, center of, you know, if you think Hollywood is powerful or New York is powerful, it's like Washington, Jesus Christ. They got the nuclear football. I'm just gonna go over to McNally Jackson here for a sec. And the Nintendo store, everybody. Have you been in the Nintendo store? Take 5 minutes out from the election bonanza. The election insanity. Maybe just play some video games or something. You know, I think people are, you know, it's weird. I think people are engaged more than ever, but I also think they're like pissed and like apathetic more than ever. Like, they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to talk about it. The choice is simple. If your mind isn't made up, why do we have to spend all this fucking airtime and hot air and gas trying to woo you or, you know, articulate things so you are swayed or whatever. You know, I mean, this election has been weirdly, like, it's just like another show or something. Maybe it's just because I've, like, lived through enough, you know, how many fucking most important elections of our lifetime have we lived through at this point? But it's also just like, well, what? I don't know that I really believe in like the campaign kind of ground game in the same way, you know, like I guess canvassing and shit like that is important. Volunteering for the campaign, that's shit that I did when I was like younger. You know, I would volunteer for the Democrats and just trying to do whatever I could to like influence the election, help, you know, in their favor, and it just didn't really feel like it made a difference, to be honest. I don't know if this makes a difference either. I'm sure it probably doesn't. But I think that's like the mode, you know, when Trump got elected, it just switched every fucking social media thing into being like this political soapbox. Or like you had to use it as like a weapon to fight fascism. That's right. I'll be their hype man. Yeah, that's right. You heard Cannonball Statman hire me for the 2028 election as your campaign finance hype man. I'm optimistic about the future of the police state. I think it's going to be slightly less worse than it could be. But I don't know, like when I was younger, I was like optimistic or like politically idealistic. And I don't really like how negative or just anti every fucking thing about this goddamn country. It's like, we're here. This is the circumstance of what we're in. Let's try to make it as good as we can by engaging. And I don't know, the activist economy and the activist world is like important. You know, it's important to have these like ulterior structures and support systems. That's kind of where it really matters. I mean, there is truth to the idea that the presidential election is just like overrated. Politics is local, but it's something to blame your problems on. All these guys are like working some kind of fucking crane or something. See, this guy's like working a crane here for the B-roll. Oh yeah, I think on 30 Rock they like don't they like tabulate the electoral votes like on the fucking building, you know, as they go. It's like it rises depending which party, you know, it rises like state by state when they win. Let's not forget that NBC created this motherfucking monster. The Apprentice, that was NBC. They totally made this guy even more famous and rich than he was. They legitimized him. They created a monster. All right, this is pretty good vantage for our live election coverage here. Bootleg NBC. NBC, hire me. This is my audition tape. Can I smoke weed on the air? Hey, it's legal. More people would watch. Put me on Morning Joe, for Christ's sakes. I'd be a good fucking Morning Joe. I could replace Morning Joe. Yeah, I mean, the United States, it just it just feels like the whole structure of everything that's like new build just sucks. I mean, I can't really look at anything in the culture hardly at all. When I look at the things that are accepted as like, this is kind of the new status quo, I don't really think it's like worth getting that involved with or like fighting for, you know, like, the mass media, celebrities, the things that are kind of in our face is like what we're supposed to pay attention to. It's like I don't really relate to any of it. I would hit the campaign trail. I'm ready to campaign. I'd love to fucking go across the country, go to rallies, read my poetry. You know, the president, it's like all he does is just like write little speeches and give speeches and talk to people and shit. I could fucking do that. Put me on Air Force One, goddammit. Put me in the media pool. I could be valuable to Kamala Harris. I don't know. I don't think the Democrats really want... They're not looking for this kind of representation. They don't really need that at the figurehead of their optics. It's not what they're trying to posit in the public imagination. I look more like J.D. Vance, unfortunately. J.D. Vance is like, I could have gone to college with this guy. I think he went to Ohio State, didn't he? For undergrad. Didn't he go to goddamn Ohio State? I could be wrong about that. Where the fuck is Jimmy Fallon's Tonightmares? I'm gonna go to Jimmy Fallon. Apparently it's horrible. Not a surprise. I mean, it's got the Jimmy Fallon stamp of approval on it. Yeah, I'll be the new Hunter Biden. Give me a laptop and a crack pipe. I can do what Hunter Biden does. I don't know. I don't think I could do what Hunter Biden does. He has some kind of strange magic. I don't know what it is. He's like the ultimate, like, I can fix him. Like, I don't know why women are just like, they are drawn to Hunter Biden for some reason. I really couldn't explain it. It's bad boys meets privilege, I guess. Like, he's sort of got diplomatic immunity, I imagine, because he's the son of a politician, senator, and now the president, right? So he can literally get away with anything. Oh, Hunter Thompson. That's right. This is Fear and Loathing in Rockefeller Center on election night. This is the Great Shark Hunt. Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail, 2024. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's do some acid and do some real journalism, okay? Who's got the guts to be Hunter S. Thompson now? Who has the privilege? Who has the white male privilege to get away with behaving in that way? Running up hotel room bills, rental car bills, buying drugs, destroying property, driving under the influence. Couldn't get away with that now. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe you could. Look at that. NBC, the blood is on your hands. You ruined our lives, Mark Burnett. For your fucking ratings. For ratings. That's it. People do anything for goddamn ratings. Ratings are the capitalism of the attention economy. I don't give a fuck. You know, I mean, look at what's good ratings. It's violence, confrontation, meanness. Let's put it to bed. America is better than this. Our racist, stolen, white supremacist country is better than this, okay? We can do better by electing a multicultural cop. That's how America makes up for its karmic debt of killing, genociding the native people. By committing to ongoing genocide in Israel and Palestine. What do the communists think? I kind of want to go back to the communists. If you're just tuning in now, you missed the communists. There's a whole like communist like fucking like rally over on Fox News. So I kind of want to see what they're up to. Is that the Weather Underground? I don't know. Were they communists? They probably weren't communists. I mean, they literally had fucking hammer and sickle flag. Who did they vote for? Jill Harris? Who's the Communist Party candidate? You know, who's the fucking Cornel West? I saw an article in New Yorker. What is Cornel West thinking? Why is he doing this? Like, he's allowed to run for fucking president. He's an important part of the conversation. I don't think he's gonna Ralph Nader anybody. You know, that's an important part of American democracy. Is there's two parties, and then there's always one or two other freaks who get like an extremely small percentage of the vote. Like Gary, who was that Gary guy in the last one? He was like the Libertarian candidate. Jill Stein, of course. Cornel West this time, and most famously Ralph Nader. You know, I heard an interesting point about Ralph. You know, a lot of people like Ralph Nader because he was an environmentalist and super regulatory and shit. And the thing is, by voting for Ralph Nader instead of Al Gore, you fucked the environment way more than if you would have just voted for Al Gore. You know, if they would have voted for Al Gore instead of Ralph Nader, he probably would have done shit early on to try and fix the environment. That was a huge part of his fucking whole ethos. His whole politics was like, you know, I had a book when I was a kid, The Earth in Balance, Al Gore's book about climate change, written in like fucking early 90s. But he invented the internet, so we had to have Bush do 9/11 and fuck our lives up with forever wars. The alcoholic Christian holy warrior, George W. Bush. Dyslexic, dry drunk. We had John King last night, the failed painter. People love George W. Bush's paintings. That's one thing I cannot stand. Anybody who is pro George W. Bush's paintings, I'm sorry. I can't fuck with you. And like, you know, his paintings are okay. They're not that good. They're not good enough to be like, yeah, his paintings are fire. They're okay. They're nothing special. They're not any better than John Wayne Gacy's paintings or any other fucking mass murderer. He's just a serial killer in retirement. I hate the motherfucker. I mean, I hate George W. Bush. He, you know, that just like... The 2000s were just like this desert. It just felt like hot, hellish. Yeah, there you go. George W. Bush accepted as an artist after his massive war crimes and tyrannical you know, pseudo-dictatorship, the Patriot Act and all that shit. They lied. They lied to the UN about the uranium cakes. The fucking Oliver Stone George W. Bush movie. It's all about Iraq. Yeah, there you go. What does a Cornel West painting look like? It's probably abstract. He probably, you know, it's probably like sort of like it probably looks like a Basquiat. It's sort of like a Basquiat meets like a Pollock or something. Maybe it's like, I don't know, it's probably blues, reds, purples. He's probably made paintings. We could probably Google that. All right, let's go check out what's going on with Rachel Maddow, shall we? What does Rachel Maddow have to say? Look, I voted, everybody. It's not my fault. Okay? It's not my fault. Whatever happens. I filed an affidavit ballot. Okay, we're live from the center of democracy here, Rockefeller Center. Home of Liz Lemon and Alec Baldwin. murderer Alec Baldwin. NBC just platforms all kind of murderers. Alec Baldwin, OJ. I always liked NBC the best of all the television networks. I guess probably because of Seinfeld and Saturday Night Live, of course. NBC seemed like they were creating, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say art, but there was a sense of like excitement, youth, high, I don't know, entertainment, I guess, slick. Okay, fuck. All right, I've got 20-minute battery. I've got 20% battery. So I'm going to go back into the heart of the American dream. I'm going to get on later. I'm going to charge my phone and shit. And I will be live streaming later tonight from Midwood, from my house. Maybe I'll go around this way this time. Let's see what's over here. Where the fuck is Rachel Maddow? There's a 30 Rock is very megalopolis coded. Look at all these people taking videos. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers out here. The world's gone mad. The world has gone mad. Look at everyone. Bonanza. There you go. That's an NBC show? I mean, the history of NBC, Tonight Show, Carson. I don't know. It's just like the other networks. ABC just seems lame. I've never really liked, I never liked any of their shows, really. They're kind of pseudo-Christian, I guess, maybe. That's right. They want to get in early on, as I gotta say, guys, although tonight, hopefully we will decide who the next president is, that only means that it's time to get started on the campaign for 2028, okay? So let's focus on 28. No matter what happens tonight, we need to be looking forward. And we need to get started immediately on the re-election campaign. Okay, I can't find Matthew Perry or Julie Louis-Dreyfus or Gary Kroger or Brad Hall or anybody. Where are the Saturday Night Live people? Where's Farley, man? Chris Farley, are you here? Is the ghost of Chris Farley here? Who's going to win the election? I think Chris Farley would be a Trumper, actually. I think I read somewhere that Chris Farley's brothers are Trumpers. All right.
Listen to full episodes of Meet the Press wherever you get your podcasts.
Jesus Christ. They should hire me. These fucking people at NBC don't know what the fuck they're doing. I could. Did you hear that? They just deafened us with their AV. All right, here we are. We're here at 30 Rock, home of Andy Samberg and Nora Dunn. Where's Dennis Miller?
Superior absorption compared to regular turbo.
We need Dennis Miller's 2 cents,
Brand I trust.
Can we get Dennis Miller to weigh in? Where's Kornicki, man? Get Kornicki out here. Look at all these fucking American flags. NBC is down with the stolen land. Can we get a land acknowledgement, please? What the fuck is this Biden shit? Look at this. No, I haven't seen a land acknowledgement. This is ridiculous. First battleground polls to close. Michigan. First polls close at 9 p.m., everybody. So we're basically just ripping off like the completely mid corporate election coverage here. They've got our scoop. Okay, let's see. This doesn't mean anything. These early results, honestly, they shouldn't even put them on TV. Because it's like, dumb people see it and they go, oh, Trump's way up. Look, he's way up. He's up 59%. But it's like, okay, well, 12% is in. It's like, doesn't mean anything.
Only 63 cents a day. Together.
Trump is winning in Indiana. I guess, you know, we knew that. We knew that. We already knew that. Why even put that? We know what the fuck's going to happen in Indiana, Kentucky. But it's like, it's 5% of the vote. You know, like, this is one of the problems with the fucking 24-hour news cycle is, like, the people are just hungry for anything. They want meat. They want data. They want statistics. They want results early. We got to figure this out before you go to bed at 11 p.m. because we got to work tomorrow. So let's get, you know, I just got off work. I'm eating dinner. I'm having my fucking sweet green. I'm about to go to Soul Cycle and work off the fucking, you know, the margaritas or whatever.
88% of donations go directly to help millions of people facing hunger.
Look, we got Lester Holt and a bunch of other fucking people. Is that, I think it's a set. I don't think that's like, I don't think they're actually up there. I think they've got like a backdrop. They've got like a backdrop of 30 Rock. I don't think it's, where the fuck is Lawrence O'Donnell, man? Get me Lawrence O'Donnell. I think he was in the Swing State movie. He was kind of a douchebag in it. I feel like that's a lazy Hollywood device. Is they always get like real life TV and news people. Like they had Tucker Carlson or they'll get Jay Leno to like tell jokes about like the fictional character in the movie, like the fictional president or whatever, to like make it seem more real. It's like, oh wow, Tucker's talking about Kevin Costner and Swing Vote. Holy shit. It makes it seem so fucking real. The verisimilitude is crazy.
I recommend
it's like
Qdoll for Q10. Qdoll has 3 times better absorption than regular Q10. Qdoll, with the brand I trust.
It's just they do it in every fucking movie. It's kind of exciting, but it's also like, come on. Come up with something else for Christ's sake. Where the fuck is Cornicky, man? The snack. I don't know, people. We're live. This is a dream come true. We're reporting live from NBC News headquarters here in Manhattan. They don't really know or approve of us being here, but we are here. We are reporting live until they take away my selfie stick. You know, which I don't think they're going to do. I think they like... There's probably more people watching, like, fucking, you know, Joe Rogan live stream tonight than NBC. You know, there's probably going to be 15 million people watch Tony Hinchcliffe on Joe Rogan live stream. Did Tony Hinchcliffe sway the election? We will find out tonight if it's his fault. If I were him, I might consider leaving the country. He might get, you know, the MAGA people are not that chill. They're kind of nuts. All right, what the fuck? You know, I feel like you would see them. Let me head over to the studio. Let's get back in studio. See, Katie Couric. Katie, can you give us any updates? Katie, we're out here. The nation is waiting on some results. The nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Please give us a glimmer of hope in this dystopian hellscape. Please, can we just drive the stake in the heart of the fucking nightmare already? Enough. Let's just put this guy to bed. Let's get him out of our lives, and let's elect Cornel West already, okay? I think we've got F.A. Schwartz here. So, you know, depending on how the election goes, maybe I'll just do some retail therapy, you know, and buy myself a giant stuffed antelope. All right, well, we got the NYPD out here protecting us. They're serving and protecting. They serve, they protect. Courtesy, professionalism, respect. All right, here we are. Can I go in front of the fucking... Yeah, let's check it out. The studio. I don't think they're using this studio either. What the fuck? Do they just do it all in, like, the volume now? Where the fuck are they? Are they up there? I want to get on TV. I want to get on real TV. Okay, see, there's nobody using this goddamn studio either. Look at this. They get a perfectly good fucking live stream studio. We could be vlogging from here. Let me use it if they're not using it. Where the fuck is Matt Lauer and shit? Or, man, I might just party here all night. This is like the place to be for political junkies like me. I'm such a politics addict. I just can't get enough. I mean, I'm a policy junkie. You know, I just love talking about policy and thinking about I'm a poli-sci. I thought about doing poli-sci in college. You know, when you're young. Before you're... See, look, another major audio faux pas. Who is running this? I thought this was the greatest fucking news organization in America. It's a disgrace. There you go. When Cannonball Statman is elected, he will allow the live streamers to stream indoors. That was a matter of policy, okay? Look at these American flags. Look at this iconic setting. The legacy media holding on in its dying breath. It's like David versus Goliath here, you know? I'm the little guy. I'm the little Rocky against Apollo Creed. But, you know, maybe 10 years from now, I'll be running this fucking place. I'll be the head of NBC News. Look, this guy's streaming. He's doing it.
The feeling is he's going to pick up North Carolina.
I'm not the only obnoxious piece of shit out here.
I saw 6-8 weeks ago.
Wow.
And we talked about it on
you know,
our show.
for political junkies like me,
there are things on the ground
this
there
is
that
fucking Christmas.
To take note of. One of them was the undervote that
better than sex.
States like North Carolina. The quiet vote. The quiet vote.
Hunter S. Thompson did have some unbelievably good titles.
Iowa is one
his fucking political book, or didn't he? I thought he had a book about sex called "Polo Is My Life." One of his bios, it's like fucking Hunter S. Thompson's upcoming sex book, "Polo Is My Life."
But the reality of it is
you know, when I was a little kid reading that shit, I really didn't get it. You know, I was like, what the fuck? Is this real? What does that mean? Is he fucking with me? When the going gets tough, the tough get weird? You know, it's just like such an amazing thing to say. You'd think there'd be more things like that. When the going gets tough, the tough get weird. Somehow that makes sense to everybody. When I first read that, I was like, I love this, but I don't really know what it means. Oh, the guy just said fantabulous on MSNBC. Oh, that's Steele or whatever, isn't he? A Republican? Or does Microsoft NBC allow Republicans on?
All right, Rachel, all of the insiders are texting. Everybody.
Joe Scarborough, is he a Republican?
More updates in a bit.
All right, well, we'll send over some portable chargers.
We're live from Microsoft NBC. This is our gonzo journalist bonanza. We're invading the elite legacy news media. We're clowning them because they are old news, okay? They're dinosaurs. They are the fucking dinosaurs. Oh, I gotta go down here. We gotta check out the ice rink for everybody. And the pseudo Ayn Rand. We got some. Is that the Rizzler? How many booms? Uh-oh, we're gonna get copyrighted. How is the video quality? Does it look good or does it look like shit? Probably looks like shit. But, you know, it's like being on TV in 1947. You know, this is where it all started. It's primitive. It looks like too many flags. All right. Bruce Halliday's loving it. As long as Bruce Halliday's entertained, that's all that matters. He's like 75% of my audience, so he can, you know, he can tell people he was there on the ground floor. He knew about Scenes from a Life before anybody. That's crazy, man. They just have this fucking, they have gelato. I don't, it's, what is it? The Tipsy Baker glass. Soft serve. It's some kind of neo-lib bullshit. It's the Clintons and Kamala and Obama and Jimmy Fallon and Bruce Springsteen and Biden and the deep state, okay, and Rachel Maddow and all the left-wing libtard news media that wants to fucking cause World War III. They're all fucking, they just use the French for their ice cream, okay? The French are our bitch. They do whatever the fuck we say. I just wanted to get a little of the command center. They've got this amazing kind of mobile fucking editing suite over there as a video, professional video content creator in New York City. You know, that's some real insider info shit. Look at this epic. Look at this epic. Freedom cream. There you go. You got something there. I think we could sell Trump on that. Trump's freedom cream. Trump freedom cream. You'll never get more free. I mean, this freedom cream, you're so free. Like Silence of the Lamb. Silence of the Lamb. The late, great Hannibal Lecter. It's not funny, okay? It's not funny. The man has torn our country apart. We're done. We're done with this. We've been done with this. End this now. Tonight. Go to the polls. Vote for truth and justice. And goodness. And manners. You know, this country used to have dignity. Country used to have decorum. Look at it now. It's a fucking joke. It is kind of like the end of American Psycho. You know how it's like he's just like shooting people and the fucking car is like exploding. Like his privilege just like gets amped up at the end of the movie. The cops don't even try to convict, you know, he just gets away with it. It's like, that's Trump. Trump is like got total immunity. So we can't put this, I mean, I don't know how people don't see that. Just like how dangerous it would be to put the guy back in office. Like, it's not even like, I don't know. The Republicans are always, oh, really? Gloss was on the ice cream truck in Ghost Dog. Well, because in Ghost Dog, they have... The guy speaks French, right? Or he's, like, Haitian. They have those scenes where, like, the guy's speaking in French and Ghost Dog has no fucking clue what he's saying. And then he says the same thing in English. That's, like, the gag. Jim Jarmusch is really into that kind of, like, mistranslation or not understanding, like, foreign languages. But, like, being happy with that. Being able to live side by side with sort of the ambiguity or the abstraction. And, like, Dead Don't Die had some jokes like that, where it was like one of the characters spoke a foreign language and nobody knew what the fuck they were saying. I gotta watch Ghost Dog again. We watched it a lot when we were in high school. Yeah, Mystery Train. Yeah, exactly. The Japanese tourists and the French lady and Elvis or whatever. Jarmusch has tons of shit like Roberto Benigni and Down by Law. He's like going around constantly with like his fucking guidebook or whatever. The streamers are starting to come out. There's more and more streamers coming out. My phone is about to die, everybody. I hate to cut this off. It's been a legendary night celebrating democracy. It's election night in America. Isn't it exciting? Yes! For political junkies like me, woo! I just cannot get enough of this shit. I want to be like George Stephanopoulos when I grow up. I want to be like Joshua Malina, okay? I want to be in an Aaron Sorkin walk and talk in real life that never ends, through the West Wing. What's the drop? Remind me again what the drop is. I will watch it. I'm adding it to my watch list right now. Great, I got 7 people watching. My phone's about to die. Okay, I'm going to find a charger. I'm going to get back on as soon as I can because we need to bring you guys this election night coverage. It's very important for democracy. The future of democracy is at stake. Whether you want to admit that or not, your vote matters, okay? Your voice matters on YouTube. The live stream revolution, okay? We're taking over Pirate Radio. We're Occupy 30 Rock, okay? Occupy Rockefeller Center. I'm going to get some kind of food to eat. I will be back on as soon as I can, sometime this evening. God help us. God, please deliver us good news. Deliver us from Trump. Deliver us from Trumpomania unto a more peaceful, chill, prosperous future. May God bless you and may God bless America. I'm not sure what time, but probably around 9 or 10. Let's say 9 or 10. Probably 10, but maybe earlier. I'm going to charge my shit. I'm going to try to go charge my shit somewhere. So, if I can charge my phone, I'll get back on as soon as I can. But thank you guys for watching. God bless you. God bless America. God help us all. Amen.